A group of archaeologists in North Florida are unearthing what they believe is the nation's oldest free black settlement dating back 250 years. Fort Mose provided a community for formerly enslaved people to live. NBC News correspondent Valerie Castro has the story.
It takes trudging through a marsh to get there, but this tiny wooded patch in the swamps of Northeast Florida was the setting for an unbelievable and still mostly unknown part in American history. Around 250 years ago, Fort Mose was home to the first free black settlement in what would become the United States. Now, the recently rediscovered site is being excavated by archaeology students who make daily treks to unearth the area's artifacts. Doctors Lori Lee and James Davidson are two of the project's leaders.
At the point when they established the first fort in 1738, over 100 people had come. The Spanish governor insisted that they move back out and establish a second fort in 1752, and that lasted until 1763.
With the cooperation of the Spanish army, the self-sustaining settlement flourished, and formerly enslaved people built homes, held jobs, and even formed a militia. Some of the people who lived here opened shops in nearby St. Augustine.
The idea that the Underground Railroad went north, right? And this time frame it went south. And so people were coming south to self-emancipate and establishing communities.
While it may not seem like much, small artifacts like nails, pieces of pots, and musket balls help these experts tell a much bigger story.
And that's what a lot of that archaeological work that we're doing out there is doing, right? We're giving new narrative to it. We're learning about the people that were there.
However, as Dr. Lee's team tries to find out more about the site, other teachers in Florida are feeling pressure not to talk about Black history.
The issue is we have guidelines and standards in Florida. We want education, not indoctrination.
Last year, Republican Governor Ron DeSantis signed what he called the Stop Woke Act, which essentially prohibits instruction on race relations or diversity that imply a person's status as either privileged or oppressed. While the law was blocked by a federal judge as it faces numerous court challenges, some teachers are already changing their lessons about race and certain aspects of our nation's history.
I will say within the politically challenging times in Florida, in that we are a private institution, we will continue to do what we're doing because we think it's really critically important. And I will say that at the same time that that is happening politically within the state, the public seems to really want to know much more about these things.
They say one sign of public interest are the recent grants and donations to the fort, which are funding a multi-million-dollar renovation to transform this building into a fully immersive experience, the next chapter in Fort Mose's long history.
Our thanks to Valerie Castro for that story. As for the new center, we're told they hope to break ground this fall.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.